So, yeah, I'm going to be using Phaser 3, which is a JavaScript HTML5 engine. And let's get... This is going to be a pretty chill stream, so I'll just be taking it at a slow pace. Let's first go over what I'm going to try to make today. Let me bring up Paint so I can show you what I'm going to try to do. Let's see. Let me hide Visual Studio here, and we'll hide the background too, and then we'll move. Let's see. Okay, so hide the background. Okay, so now I think I can draw on the screen here. Yeah, it looks kind of weird. Let me see, because I have the white from Paint set to not show up, so that I can draw over top of stuff. Let's see. Maybe. See, looks kind of weird still. Well, this should be good enough. So, super simple game that I'm going for today. So I'm gonna have just a 2D area, and the player character will be inside here. He's this little circle, and the idea is that you'll be able to use like the arrow keys or WSD to move around, and you can't go outside the boundaries. And then what's going to happen is we'll spawn little bullets, and the little bullets will start spawning at regular intervals, and when they spawn they'll just be a directory, and they'll like bounce around inside the arena, and you'll try to dodge them, and if you get hit you die, and the longer you stay alive the more points you get. So that's going to be the super simple version of what we're trying to do today. Depending on how long it takes, I've got a few more ideas for stuff we can add on, or if anybody else has any suggestions, we can go with that. So let's get back to Visual Studio. So I've got in the description a starter template that I started with, and let me see. So let's see, why isn't the game demo showing? Let's see. Come on, Streamlabs. Where are you showing my thing? Aha, there we go. Okay, so this is the starter template. If you start this up and just clone the Git repo and do npm start, you'll get this, which you can click on it, and it just moves the logo there for Phaser up and down. FPS counter and version on the top. Pretty super simple. So, and here's the code for it. So, this is the main scene. You can see it's got like the FPS text object. So the way Phaser works, I don't know how much I want to go into it here, but basically you've got your main game config, and then it's got scenes, and you can load up scenes, and it'll basically, when you create a new scene, it'll run the create, and then as you play the game, it runs update. So generally, the way games work, right? You have your update loop, and so that's where we'll put our controls. and all the game logic. And Phaser is actually handling all the rendering automatically from the different game objects, so it's pretty cool. So what's going on right now is they're using the arcade physics engine here, which is defined in the config with gravity. That's why when you click that thing, it falls down, and then when you click it, it goes back up. So the clicking port is handled somewhere. Let's see. Probably, yeah, the FPS text object. This is a game object. Game objects, if you use Phaser, you'll see them all over the place. And so, basically, it's just the text. That's the FPS text. The logo, yeah, the logo is a sprite. So they load up the sprite, and here's where when you click it. So, collide the roll bounds. That makes it so it can't go out of the screen. Then it's set to this bounce, and that's a part of the physics engine. Interactive means you can click on it, and then it's got the pointer down event. And so when you click on it, it sets the velocity to -400, which makes it go up. But then gravity pulls it back down. So that's pretty much all there is to this sample. So I've got a to-do over here. So I already got it all set up. And you can actually go run my app already, but it's just the template, so there's kind of no reason to do that. So I put together a few work items for us. It's handy to have this so you kind of know what you're going to do first. So my game is super simple. So we need a player object, and we want to be able to control it with the arrow keys. And then we need the map boundaries. So that'll give us at least something to try out. Then kind of the next task will be, create the bullets spawn. And so we'll have to create the bullet object and set them up to spawn, and also have them bounce around. And then we also need a collision with the player. So let's get started, I guess. So first, let's go ahead and get started on this player object. So that should be pretty easy. We're basically just gonna take this logo class, and we'll go ahead and change it into our player. So, let's see here. So in the main scene, that's where they create the logo. So for now, let's just, we'll just duplicate this file here. Let's see. Can we just do copy and paste? Does that work? Hey, there we go. Alright, so we'll call this player. And so I'm using TypeScript. The last game project I used JavaScript, but TypeScript should really give some advantages in catching really stupid bugs like that you run into because JavaScript doesn't have types. So I'm going to copy. Let's just go ahead and call it the player class. We'll still extend the sprite. For now, we'll still have the logo. I'll probably just switch it to my own little custom sprite, or maybe just draw a circle. So it adds it to the scene. I don't think we don't want physics for the player, at least not yet. I might just try to do custom logic for the collision detection for the, my game's so simple. I don't know that I really need to rely on the phaser physics. I might try that, but I haven't used their physics engine before. My last project I just did custom stuff, so I'll probably just do that. So I don't actually want you to be able to click on the, there's kind of no reason to click on anything, so we don't really want to do any of this. So this will just create the logo, and it'll be there. So let's go over to the main scene. And so, well, let's create a player now. Instead of the phaser logo, we don't need the phaser logo anymore. And go ahead and keep track of that object since we probably want to do something with it. TypeScript wants us to define the types, so we'll go ahead and do that. That way we can avoid any weird bugs. So, let's see. What is it like now? Oh, I made it capital. There we go. And then, the parameters you can see here was the scene, which is this, and then the X and Y. Let's just spawn it in the middle of the area, so the width, sure, but let's also do the height divided by 2. Alright, and we don't need the version text on the screen. We'll keep the FPS counter though. Alrighty, so that should be at least enough to see the logo in the middle of the screen. I haven't really done anything yet, but let's see here. Game. So it should, yeah, I've got it set up to automatically reload everything. Alright, so now you can see it's in the middle of the screen and clicking it does nothing. So yeah, not actually anything useful going on here, but we're just exploring at the moment. So back to the code. So yeah, our first thing is we want to be able to move it. So there's a few ways to do that in Phaser. And I'll have to look things up because I don't remember it all. So let's I'll just go ahead and search Phaser 3 keyboard input and see what there is. So there should be a few different ways to do this. So yeah, we can add key down listeners, which is probably where we're going to want to go. So we'll just add some key down listeners to the main scene. So when we create the scene, let's do this .input keyboard .on key down, and then we need a function. So let's go ahead and create that function. So I don't want it to be. I don't think I need it to be in the scene class. So we'll create it out here. But maybe I do. If I want to reference the scene, yeah. So we'll create it here, and we'll just call it the key down listener. Actually, let's call it on key down. All right. Yeah, we need to say this dot on key down. Okay, so now we're passing in the function pointer there, and what we get out of it is a keyboard event. Let's see. Is that what, let me see here. fragmentation. Let's see. A lot of the times it's actually easier to go find a sample keyboard input. So let's see here. So yeah, we could actually just have it be in the update loop. Maybe that's better. Let me find phaser 3. Let's see. Seems like there's a few different ways to do it. So we'll just pick one. So it looks like we've got taking from a sample is this. And then TypeScript wants us to define that. Maybe it doesn't like that. Let's see. Let's see here. Does it know what cursor keys is? I mean, that's just what I'm writing right now. Yeah. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have just thought I could figure out TypeScript right away. I mean, I can go ahead and define it like this for now. Let's see. So the sample I'm looking at, looks like this. So in their create, they're using create cursor keys, and then in their update loop, they'll do like cursors that left is down, that kind of thing. Let's see. So let's see, what do I need to do to assign list lock cursors? Do I have an error in the I guess I can also just turn off the TypeScript config for now. That would at least let me just make progress. Since I'm not sure exactly what the... Oh, I did it backwards, that's why. Yeah, that's what I did wrong. There we go. That's what I did wrong. Alright, now we've got cursors. And then in our update loop, we can do list out cursors, and it's got left, right, up, down. So down is down. So this is how we can check if it's down, and then maybe for now we'll just do just that player dot. So we want to change the X position. So we'll just since we're not going to use physics for the player, we'll just set the player's X value. Actually, let's add a function to the player. So the player, that's the constructor. We'll make a function called move. Let's see. Do I just want it to be moved and then I'll pass the direction? Maybe we'll do it that way. There's a few ways we could go here. I can't decide which way I want to do it. For now, we'll just do move X and move Y. This is kind of janky, but then we can say this dot player move X. We'll just do this. This is kind of janky, to be honest. Oh yeah, then we'll do it this way. Actually, let's make it one function. Yeah, this will be better. So basically, what we're gonna do is we're gonna set the move X and move Y values depending on which direction you have selected. We'll do move X and move Y, positive or negative. So then we got up is down, and then left and right, and that'll be move X. And right, and then we're going to call this dot player dot move dot X now. And then we pass in move X and move Y. Let's go update the player just to have a move function and an X and a Y. Alright, so now in here, basically we can just do this dot set X. So we know right now it's just 1, passing in 1 or negative 1. I don't know how far that's going to move. So let's see. Maybe we'll go ahead and add a constant value here. Let's see. We'll call it player speed, and we'll set it to 2 for now. I don't know how fast that's gonna feel, but we'll see. And so then we'll take the X value and we'll add we'll call this move X and move Y, and we'll set it to move X times the player speed. And we'll do the same for Y. Alright. So, and we don't want to do the X, we want to do Y there. So if I'm correct, this should let us move the character with the arrow keys. So let's see. Let's switch over to the demo. Okay, so let's hit left. Alright, left works, right works. Unfortunately, I'm pressing down now, and now I'm pressing up. So, so that's a bit of a problem. So X and Y are inverted here. And why is that? Let's see. It's because when I'm doing down, I'm passing negative. So in Phaser, the top of the screen is your 0. Up here is 0, and then down here would be the maximum of the screen. So that is the problem. So I have submitted the change, and the page should automatically. Yep, now I'm pressing up, and it's going up. So that's probably pretty slow. So we can change the player speed pretty easily. Let's try 5. How does 5 feel? Oh yeah, 5's a lot faster. So we probably want to have a smaller player for sure. So let's see. Let's go ahead and instead of the logo, which is a sprite, maybe we just want a circle. Let's see. So let's just try to draw a circle. So let's go back over to Google Sensei and see what he can say. Let me hide what I've got there. So in the player class, I think I want to draw a circle instead. So let's look up Phaser 3, draw a circle. And there's some documentation. Maybe I can find a sample. Let's see. Unfortunately, Phaser 2 stuff shows up a lot too, which is a little annoying since I want Phaser 3 samples. Well, let's see. I think there's you can do like this dot. Oh yeah, scene dot add dot. I don't have any autocomplete here. Thought I could do like scene.add.circle and then do like an X and a Y. Let's do this in main. So we'll do this .add.circle. Okay, now I have autocomplete. So let's see. XY, let's just draw it at like 50-50 right now, and it'll be radius 20, and the fill color, let's go with green, and alpha's 1, and let's see if that gets us a circle on screen or not. Show you guys. Hey, there's a circle now. Pretty simple, right? You can see that's 50-50 and radius 20. So it's probably still a little on the big side for a player character. You know, we probably want a bit smaller. Let's see, how does 10 look? Okay, 10 looks a little more reasonable. So yeah, that's how we're gonna draw the circle. So now what we can do is so yeah, let's go ahead and rename this start X. You know, sometimes when you put in things like that and it's just really hard to see, it's a bit of a mystery what the parameters are right in that case. I prefer just being able to see right away what you're looking at. So yeah. What we can do, let's go ahead and make player. So right now it's extending the arcade physics sprite. Instead of that, we'll extend phaser.geom.circle. I don't think geom is what I want actually. I want whatever this is. So that's the game object factory. No, I guess that's right. Let's see. Actually, let's just do, what we should really do is we should just extend phaser.game objects. No, I don't think that's quite right. Yeah, game objects.game objects. And then we don't want the string anymore because we're not a sprite. In fact, what's the string? A text representation. I don't think we need that. Does it need a string? Let's see. Okay, so what we can do actually, we don't even really need player to extend game objects. Instead, the player class can just create our circle for us. So we could do like this dot circle equals scene. We can do what we were doing over in main. Go ahead and copy this or cut this for now. So that will create our circle, our X, our Y. And let's go ahead and do player radius up here. That sounds good. And we'll do a player color. That'll make it easier to tweak stuff. And then we don't need this anymore. Or the super. And then I believe it wants us to define circle for TypeScript purposes. Alright. Let's see here. So now and so I think that already adds it to the scene. I don't think we need this anymore either. And then down here we need to change this to this dot circle, and that circle doesn't have, it has set position. Okay, we'll do that. Because let me just check the documentation here for game objects. It returns a game object, actually. Phaser.game objects So there's a arc, yeah. So I think that's actually what it is. And then let's check that the functions still have set position, but now we have set X and set Y. So let's keep those. So I believe maybe we've got something now. Oh, I haven't. Visual Studio has been hidden by something. Let's see what's going on. The game. Okay, so yeah, what I've done is I've set it to the circle, so now I can move the circle and show the game again. Yeah, so now I've got the circle I can move around with the arrow keys. So this will be how we try to dodge things. Super simple, right? Let me see. Let me hide the demo again. Okay, I need some water. Okay, so now that we've got a player that we can move around, I believe the next step will be putting up some boundaries, because otherwise, you can just kind of fly off into space, right? Like here, let me show you what happens. So, yeah, if I just keep going up, I'm just gone. And I can come back though, it'll just take a while. So I need to make, we're going to draw a rectangle on the screen, and then we're going to make sure the player can't go past the rectangle. So, we created the player object, piece of cake, and we also set it up to control with, we didn't do the WASD keys. So we'll add another work item for hookup WASD2. And we'll change what we did there. Haha. Oh, you can't see because the wrong screen. Here we go. So changing my setup here. So now we need to create the map boundaries. So let's start on that. So let's see, how do we want to do that? So let's for now, let's keep it simple. We'll just keep it as part of the main scene, and is that what I want to do? Let's see. So again, there's so many ways you can do everything in JavaScript. So if we were using physics, we could probably set up some physics objects that you can't get past. But since I don't really want physics for the player, maybe I'll just hard code in some boundaries, maybe, and call it good enough. So let's see. For now, let's just draw a rectangle on screen. That's easy enough to do in the main class. So we'll do this is the main scene, so we can do this dot rectangle. And I believe it's the start position and then the width and height, and we'll have to set the origin too. So we don't want to have we want it to be like most of the screen. Let's do like 200 to, let's see, how much play space do we want? Most people have 1080p monitors now, but I don't know that we need it to be too big. I mean, we can always try like the classic, 800 by 600. Let's do like 720 maybe. So yeah, so the X and Y, so we'll do 0, 0, width and height, and no, I don't want to, again, I don't want to take up the whole screen. Let's see, so we'll do like let's do from like 100 to 1,000 and 1,000 width. And we probably want to have some like scores and stuff for buttons at the top maybe. So we'll start at 200 and go down to go down to 600. We'll see what this looks like. We'll make it the boundary can be I guess I want the background to be black. Where am I gonna set that at? 1 second. Okay, so yeah, I want the background to be black because right now it's white. So we'll probably want to just draw a background. I don't know, I wonder if that's set. Oh, here we go, background color. We'll just make it 0. It's black now? Oh, hey, it's black now. But where's my circle? Probably because it's not... Maybe I messed this. Let me take that out for now. It's certainly black. Oh, there's the circle. Okay, so now it's black. So now let's draw our rectangle, and we'll make it. We'll just make it red for now. And we don't want to be able to see it. And so that should give us something on screen. I don't think it'll be what I want. Yeah, so now we get to debug as to why it's not really where I thought it would show up at all. But I think what we want to do now, so let's do, let me show you my code again. So what we want, actually I wonder if it would be useful if I shrunk down this for now. Yeah, we'll try this and see how it works. That way you can see in real time as I recompile it. So, let's see. So we got our rectangle. I think we want to do set origin to 0.5. I probably want to. I think we want to do 0, 0. Let's see what that does. Did that change anything? Yes, that moved. That moved our rectangle quite a bit. It's still much larger than I thought it would be. So now, let me explain what that did. So the origin, how do I explain that? So normally, I think the default origin is, 0.5, which means that the rectangle is kind of drawn, centered around the position you give it. Whereas set origin, now you're setting like the top left corner. So I didn't really expect it to be so big. Maybe that has to do, so yeah, okay, so my default width and height here for the game is 720. Now that explains why it's going so far off screen. Because my rectangle is much bigger than that. So if we have 720, we probably want a much smaller play space. Like let's leave, we'll leave like 20 on the left and right. Nope, that's not that. So width, oh wait, 1280, no 1280, 720 is the height. So let's do, maybe we can still do 20, let's see. So let's just do, play area, width is if it's 1280, let's try 1000. And play area height, if it's 720, let's try 600. That'll give us room, a little bit of room at the top. And so then we want to do, let's do play area buffer X, let's just do 20, and play area buffer Y, let's do 100. So now I've got my X and my Y, and my width, and my height. Okay, so that should be much more reasonable, right? I think that's where I expected it to be. So, let's, yeah, so now we can't see my circle unless I move up a lot. So now you can see my circle, because it's drawing over top of it. The reason it's drawing over top of it is because we added it to the scene after the player. So we could, for now we'll just add it before the player. That way the player draws over top. But we also want to set the stroke style because we want, what do we got here? Line width, colors, red, alpha is 1, and then we'll make the default, so this is the fill color. You can't see it because the game's in the way. So it's also a bit off screen. Let's see. There we go. So now we'll do yeah, let's just save that, and it should reload, and voila. Can't really see it because it's not very thick, so let's try maybe we'll try 3 for the line thickness. Looks a bit thicker. Let me make it bigger for a second. So now we can move around in our circle, but you'll notice if I refresh the page, our circle's not in the middle of our play area, and that of course makes sense because I was placing the player based on this camera's, but really we want the start X to be the buffer X plus the width divided by 2, and same for Y. And height. Alright, so now the player should be in the middle, and sure enough it is, so that's good. But as you can see now, I can just I can go through it, which that's no good. So let's see here. Okay, so yeah, when the bottom, you can't see the bottom line super well, but when it's tiny, but that's fine. So what I want to do now is add some boundaries so the circle can't go past the line. So that'll be pretty easy. I could just go ahead and put the logic in here in the player class. Maybe I'll just pass in the play area. That would be the simplest. So let's go with simple for now. and just pass in the play area to the player class. Let's make a let's just make a simple object here. We'll just say left bound equals we'll just refer to this. Since it's a little object definition, we do it like that and have commas. Right bound will be x plus the rect width. Top bound will be y, and bottom bound will be y plus the height. Alright, and then we'll pass in the play area to the player. And we'll save that off. Okay, yeah, in TypeScript you don't have to define it if you just leave it like this without giving it an object. And you don't get any of the type safety features, but I don't need that for such a simple project. So now we've got the play area saved off in our player class, and we'll want to add in the bounds here in our move function to make sure that you can't move outside the bounds. So there's a couple ways to do that. So we could do like new x is this, and then we could say like if new x is less than the play area dot left bound, then we could just say new x equals the this play area dot left bound. And same for greater than the right bound. Then we need to set it to the right bound. And then for the y, we'll need the y. Set for the y to the top bound and the bottom bound. And if y is greater than the bottom bound. Okay, so that it's not going to do, and then we need to do x there and set it to a new y. So this isn't going to do quite what I want, but it'll at least give us an idea if it's working at all. So I need to save the main scene as well, and then it should refresh for us. And so now, yeah, this is what I expected. So now we can go, but you can see we overlap the boundary quite a bit. You know, no surprise there. But that is an easy fix. So all we need to do there is account for the player's radius. So back in the player class, what we'll do is in the bounds check, we will account for the radius. So we'll say if the new x minus the is that circle that radius and then plus for going to the right or going up. And that should be all we need. But if it didn't work. Oh, that actually like crashed for I think I did something really stupid probably. Let's see. Can I tell just from looking at it? Okay, so what did I do here that was stupid? Because basically now I'm stuck on the line. Once I hit the line, I can't get off the line. So the problem, right, is that, let's think about it. So my new x would be, if I'm stuck on the left line, then move x, so it should be, my circle should move to the right, and then my new x minus the radius is less than new x minus the radius is less than left bound. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what's going on here, so what we can do is use the tried and true debugging method of logging to the console. So let's see. It's been a little while. Let me just double check how to log an error message. I think it's just console.log. Yeah. That's what it is. And we'll just do x plus x, and then we'll do after that. Okay, so now we're going to get into debugging. So if you hit F12 on your keyboard while you're looking at a web page, if you have a good browser, you will bring up the inspector, and it's got a console. So now what I expect is to see some console output, but I'm not seeing any console output. Why am I not seeing any console output? I would have thought I could see some console output there. Let's put well, we can also try debugging. Let's see, what? Open the console to view 3 warnings, but then we don't see any warnings. Where are my warnings? Hello, warnings. Where are you? Not sure why the console is not working for me here. I would have thought that would work. Okay, there we go. Haha, we gotta switch it to verbose login. Okay, so now you can see all this logging that we're doing, which is way too much, of course, but so we're not seeing any more logs, though. Why not? Where's my logging? Let me reload. I would have thought we would see logging now. There was clearly some logs in there from before. What? It must be crashing if it reloads like that. Let me see if I can. I don't know why the console's not working for us here. It just had something. Okay, well, we could also put a breakpoint in as well. Let me try something else real quick. Okay, so we're right now I think we're actually spamming. Yeah. So we actually don't want to call this if movex is not equal to 0 or move y is not equal to 0. Then we're gonna move. Okay, I think now I might actually have an idea. No, I still don't know what's going on. Okay, now we should spam a lot less. And maybe the console will be happier. Still not seeing the console output there. I'm using... Let me see here. Let's switch over to a different browser. So I've got Firefox, actually. And I'm gonna load up that so you can see. Okay, so here we've got Firefox, which is actually working for me. So we'll stick with that for now. So, a little bit still. So now you can see when I'm moving, the console updates there. And so, if I get to the edge, I can see that when I go left, it's setting the X to 15, but then it's updating it to 20. If I go right, it's setting it to 15 or to 25, but then it's still getting updated to 20. So the reason why it's getting updated to 20, is probably this. Let's print out the result of new x minus radius. And see what happens. Okay, so I think what's happening here. I wonder if we make it smaller again. So I wonder if we just add in the equals here, it'll actually work. Because I think what's happening is that we're getting stuck. No, so when I try to go right, it's saying this top one here is evaluating to 15. Oh. Let's see. Okay, now I know. Yeah. This is me being dumb. So, this is what the problem is. So the radius needs to be included here as well. And the reason, so I was setting myself to on the line, and I didn't want to get on the line, and that was what was doing it. Can you see what I'm updating? No. Let me move the window off a little bit. So, let's, for readability, let's do this. Okay, so yeah, the problem was I was setting myself to on top of the boundaries. And then that was just too far because I only move at speed 5, right? And so I was already too far past the boundary. Okay. I think I got that right. Go ahead and test it. Bring it back thing. We don't need the console anymore. Okay, so now, hey, what do you know? And I can actually get off of it. Alright, so that looks pretty good actually. Let's test all our edges, make sure they all work. Alright, cool. So now we've got our play area, and you can't get out of it. So that's cool. So, let's see. That was one of our to-do items. Create the map boundaries. Alright. I guess I should hook up the WAS to keys. I mainly was avoiding that just because I don't know. I'm using this cursor thing, but obviously that's not quite. Oh, you can't see. Move that away. So yeah, I'm moving using the cursor thing, which only does the cursor arrow keys. So let's see. There's check down, which probably takes a key. Yeah, so I could do that. I mean, that's probably the simplest. Oops. Check down. What is it? user.input.keyboard.key W. Is that not right? It doesn't want a key code? What does it want? It's a key. Oh, it's probably just key dot. What is it? I wonder how you're supposed to use that. This is when you return to the internet. So I can create a key object, sounds like. Why didn't that code's still running? Okay, we're not using that right now. Let's let that out. So what we could do is we can do like let's see. I should probably just really use the key down event actually. Yeah, I should just use the key down event because that's better. Keyboard on, key down. That's the key down callback. And how do I does it tell me what kind of key down event I want? Function. Let's see. Here's a key down. Event listener. Where is the function that handles it? I don't want to add individual keys. That seems kind of silly. Seems very silly. Add individual keys. Although I guess. Yeah, there's so many ways to do this. Like what happens if I do this? What does that give me back? It returns an object containing the properties up and down, left, W and S. Is it? Keys.w. I'm not sure. Okay, let's. Yeah, okay, we actually don't want the key down listener now that I think about it. We just want to check if the key is down or not. It looks like the best way to do that is to just add the key and then do check is down. So this seems really silly. I'm sure there is a better way to do it, but what are you gonna do about it? Okay, yeah, so I think keys. Okay, yeah, that was what I was doing before, was the add keys. Yeah. Okay. So this again should give us an array of keys or something like that. We'll put that on our class so we can do this start keys, and then we should be able to do like this start keys, but I don't know exactly what it gives us back here. Let's see. What does it return? What does it return? So what we could do is we could set a breakpoint here. Let me remember how to do that. What do you say, internet? What do I type? Isn't it like breakpoint or something? Oh, it's debugger. Yeah. Debugger. Okay. So, is it unhappy about something? It's red. Why are you red? Alright, let's see if we can debug it. What do we got? Unexpected token at line 32. So is that right? So line 33. Oh, the check down. Yeah, that's bad. Why do I? Yeah, this. Don't do that. Okay, so I have. Let's go ahead and make this bigger so you can see what debugging looks like. Well, it's covering me. There we go. Okay, so now we're debugging. So since it's right when it starts up, then okay, so it looks like it is just those are the key objects. Alright, so that should be easy enough to use. So it's just the key objects with the letter as the name. So then I should be able to do this. Like this dot keys dot a dot is down, I think. A is left, yeah. And we want or this time. And we're going down. The word down, you probably want to see what's going on, don't you? Yeah, so I'm just adding in the other keys here for everything. W to go up. And lastly, D to go right. And that should be all we need. I'll take my breakpoint out. And we should be good to go here. Let's go back to Firefox and reload our page. And what do we got here? We don't need the events. There we go. Oh yeah, so I'm using WASD. You just have to believe me. But it works. So that's good. We can cross another thing off our to-do list. So I've done the initial game layout now. Now we need something to dodge. Let's get started on that. So, we want to dodge some circles, right? Because circles are great because collision detection is super easy. Detecting two circles colliding, very easy task. So let's see, what do we want to do? We probably want to like a bullet object is my guess, because then we're going to have like an array of bullets, and probably something like that. So let's go ahead and we'll copy our player object for now and make bullet.ts, and it'll be a bullet. Rename all these to bullet. The bullets will go a little bit faster than the player. We don't want you to be able to just outrun them. So let's do speed 10. But they should be tinier, like pretty tiny. I mean, you still want to be able to see them. Maybe just half the size of the circle. We'll try 5. It might be too big though. Well, we can always change it. And let's make those red. So we'll pass in the same things here. Here's more. Alright. We'll have the same things, but we'll add some more to it. So let's go ahead and update those things. Don't need those. And instead of move, we'll probably just add an update function. I'm probably gonna want a lot of this logic though, if for my custom collision detection. So we'll copy that in a moment. I'll go ahead and copy it now. So it's pretty much the same logic here. Oh, but so we're gonna wanna determine when it collides. So it's gonna be quite a bit more complicated actually. For now, yeah, there's a lot of things we're probably going to want to change, but for now, we'll just do this. So in addition to the play area, we'll also need a direction for where the bullet is aimed. So we'll save that off too. And the direction is what's going to tell us where we're going. So there's a couple ways to represent this. We could use some kind of vector object, which we'll probably want at some point for the collision detection. But let's see how complicated. The funny thing here is it kind of gets as complicated as you want it to get. How do we want to do it? So ideally we should really be decreasing our update loop so it only does smaller increments. Get around that. We'll probably get around to that when we need to, though. So for now, what we'll do is so the direction should really be like a vector. Probably should be a vector, like a unit vector. How do I want to do that? Could just use the vector 2 and phasor math. So that's probably the best idea. And then what we can do for the direction. For the update, I mean, so really like it's a unit vector, then we can use some simple trigonometry functions to update our thing. Let's see. Man, it's been a while since I had to do this. You know, doing it live, that's a lot of pressure on, right? But yeah, that's fine. So, let's see. Unit vector. So that would mean it's going to be like each direction dot x and y are going to be numbers from 0 to 1. So like direction of x times our bullet speed is going to be how much our x position should change. Right? same for y, but it's going to be the y. So that's lowercase. So that will update our thing. But then, of course, we have to worry about the collision detection. So a really simple way to do this would be, this detects if we hit the left wall and fixes it. And then when that happens, we want to just invert the direction. So this is like the very naive approach. So what could go wrong, right? Oh boy. Well, we'll see. We'll see what goes wrong. Yeah, so that'll get us something, I'm sure. Whether it's something we want or not, that remains to be seen. But that will certainly get us something. This is going to be really janky, isn't it? Probably because I'm moving too fast, I think, and it's going to look really bad. But yeah, so let's spawn a bullet. We'll just go ahead and do it in the main scene create here. We'll spawn it after our key logic. So, oh man, I just know this is gonna be a disaster. We're just gonna do one to start. Is it gonna automatically do stuff for me? Nice. Yeah, Visual Studio Code's great. It kind of just does a lot of stuff for you that you want it to happen. Let's just start at like player X, plus 50, and let's start player Y minus, or we'll just start player Y. That should be fine. And then wait, what's going on here? Bullet should be X and Y. This dot player. Oh, because it doesn't have like an X and a Y because yeah. Okay, let's not. We'll just base it off start X and start Y. That's fine. And it wants the play area as well. Play area. And then we need a direction. Should it be vector 2? Wait, what was it? What was it in player? Or no, in bullet. What did I say it was? It was a laser.math.vector 2. Yeah. So there's different vector objects. We want to make sure you stay the same ones. So let's have it just go like... So we'll start it going diagonally up and to the left. No, we don't want matter. Okay. Right. So now our bullet spawned. And then in update, we'll let the player... So this is all like player movement. Let's split that out into like its own function. Okay. So, oh no, where did I go? I'm gone. You're not supposed to see that part. Let me, okay. Alright. So, I will take this opportunity to take a bathroom break. Be right back. Alright, I'm back. Let's get back into it. Okay. Let's see, what were we doing? Yeah, I was gonna split all the player movement stuff out into its own function because it'll keep it a lot cleaner. Alright. So now, let's see. Yeah, so then we should have like this bullet movement, right? And like then after that, we should have like collision detection. Man, I spelled that really wrong. Collision? No, that's right. Okay. Bullet movement. Okay, let's just do this bullet update. Okay, so now I believe the bullet will start moving around. If I've done everything correctly. Let's see what kind of disaster we have going on over here. Oh, how about that? How about that? It is actually pretty reasonable moving. So yeah, now you can play, you dodge the bullet. Woo! So this is pretty simple, right? But obviously nothing happens if the bullet hits you, right? So that's the next part we need. So let's get to it. Let's go ahead and we'll leave that running there because that looks cool. Okay. Progress. Alright, let me get back to Visual Studio. So, how are we doing on our README here? We created the bullet object, and we have them bounce around. I spawned one initially, but we really want to spawn them periodically. And some water. Okay, let's see. Let's do the collision with player next. Because I think that will be cool. Then we'll almost have a game, right? So, let's see. Where are we gonna put that? Oh, that's the collision detection. So let's go ahead and do the start collision detection. That's gotta be spelled wrong, right? I don't know why. I don't know why the word collision. Collision looks really weird to me there. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with me. That collision looks so weird. But it's fine. It's fine. Okay. So we're gonna do collision detection. So, for writing this, I really feel like having an array of bullets would be more useful than doing it with a single bullet. So let's do bullets. And like, I don't know how to define arrays in TypeScript. Is that good? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so let's see. This bullets.add. Do bullet. Does that not work? Add does not exist on type bullet array. TypeScript arrays. Google Sensei, tell me about TypeScript arrays. It looks like I defined it correctly. Does it just not have an add function? Oh, arrays are like, there's a lot of functions to pick from, aren't there? And cat seems wrong, because that's probably with multiple arrays. So like insert, or push, that's what I want. Okay, so that should be right? Oops. So now I've got an array of bullets. Yeah, so for bullet movement, we can use for each. Just bullets. What's the bullet equal this? I'm butchering the syntax here. I am really butchering the syntax of this for each loop. Okay, yeah, it's this bullets for each. There we go. And then you can just do like its function. I don't think you need to type out the word function though. And then you can do like this and this. Now let's call it bullet. And then we should be able to do bullet.update. There we go. Now it is not butchered. Okay. I mean, to some degree, butchery. Okay, so now the player's moved, the bullets have moved, and now we need to do the collision detection. So for that, let's go through each bullet, and instead of checking instead of checking, what was I gonna say? I don't know what I was gonna say, but that's fine. Okay, so now what we want to do is, what do we want to do? Not update, obviously. I'm gonna do like bullet dot like does overlap or something like that is overlapped with this dot player. Something like that. We'll work it. Actually, it probably shouldn't be, it probably shouldn't be on the bullet class. Yeah, really we want like, I don't know where I want to put this function for now, so I'm just going to put it down here outside of the class. Two circles overlap. And we'll do C1 and C2. Okay. So now we can say if two circles overlap bullet and this dot player, you die! Ha ha ha! Okay, game over. Game over, man! Okay, I'll stop. So, what doesn't like that? Expression, type void, does TypeScript figure that out? I think it does. Pretty cool. Yeah, there's probably some way to define in TypeScript what you're supposed to return, but we'll just stick with this for now. So let's see. What? No, I could basically when you have two circles, you can tell if they overlap if you do it based on their radius. So like if their x positions plus their radiuses or minus, right? What is it? So if like circle 1, like if circle 1 dot x plus circle 1 dot radius is greater than circle 2 dot x minus circle 2 dot radius, so that would mean that the right side of circle 1 is yeah, but still not. Let's see, this is why you just gotta look it up on the internet. JavaScript, two circles overlap. And then, you end up going to like Stack Overflow or something. So I found a function. I mean, I guess I'll just take it because, that's what the internet's for, right? So, as you can see, XYR for circle 0, XYR for circle 1. And then, get the difference between the two centers. Determine the straight line distance between the centers. Maybe I'll credit the Stack Overflow post. Oh, 1 second. Okay, so yeah, basically, determine the straight line distance between the centers, some stuff to see if they intersect or not. We're not going to have to worry about the circles being contained in each other. Though we might want to return true in our case for that. Okay, yeah, use the distance to determine if they intersect. That's right. If one circle's in the other one, in our case they would have to be perfectly overlapped, which seems pretty unlikely. We'll just ignore this case for now, but if we ever see any weird behavior with two things hitting each other and going through, I don't think we have to worry about that. Some math here determines the points of intersection, but we'll trust Stack Overflow, because it's got only 42 upvotes, right? So it's got to be good, right? Okay, so now what does it return? It returns this object or false if no solution's found. So the X intersection, I don't know what the prime part is. I don't know what that means. I would have thought, well, unless it's just like 2 intersection points. Yeah, because if a circle intersects, it has to intersect at 2 points, because that's just how circles work, unless the very edges touch. But I doubt that would really come across. Okay. Well, I just need to know if they hit each other or not. So, if intersection c1.x, c1.y, c1.radius, right? Yeah, let's pass in the circle object. There we go. So now C1, this should maybe autocomplete for me now. No, still no. It should know that they're circles, right? I mean, it knows there's circles up here, right? Oh, it's backwards. Is that not... Did I mean game objects? I did mean game objects. Okay. Yeah, so now it should be happy with this, right? Yes. And then we want circle 2 dot x, circle 2 dot y, and circle 2 dot radius. And we're not going to care about the intersection point. So if they do intersect, then overlaps is true. And we'll just leave it like that. Yeah. So that means you die. Game over. So at some point we're gonna want like a state machine or something. But for now we'll just change the circle dot fill color to, it'll just be blue if you die, alright? So I think this works. Let's see if we can get hit. Alright. Looks like it works. This is not going to be very lenient because it's exactly if the edges touch. So I could give you a little bit of buffer to play with. Like if I want to be nice to you, I could say, your radius is a little bit smaller than what the circle says. So like, I don't want to, I mean, I've made this rather simple. I don't want to mess it up too bad. I mean, I should really change it here. If I want to be super janky, then I can just shrink it. I mean, so anyways, for now, we'll just say, we'll just create this other object. I mean, you should really create objects, especially in your update loop. But it's not going to be really a performance issue yet for us. So we're just not going to worry about it. And we're going to shrink your radius by 2 pixels. 1 pixel? How generous should I be? How generous should I be here? I'll give you 2 pixels, I guess. Because I'm nice like that. But now it's going to complain about this. So let's just take this off. I don't want to force it. I mean, I could define some kind of object that has these properties for TypeScript, but I'm just not going to worry about that for now. So then, what I really want to do is test that this looks good. So what we're going to do is set you back to green if you're not overlapping, and then oh, sorry about that. Let's see. Get some water. Yeah, so we'll set you back to green if you're not overlapped, and then let's we're just not gonna move the bullet. Oops. We're just not gonna move the bullet for now. And that will let us experiment a little. So you can see here, nope, that's not working at all. I would have thought but I could still overlap you. Hold on, let's delete the radius change. Make sure it still works. No, can't overlap. I would have thought it would still work there. What am I missing? Okay, let's just not do this for a second. Let me shrink it again. So we're gonna comment out that stuff and put the square circle back in just to make sure nothing crazy's going on here. Okay, so now we're blue. Oh, you can see for a second. Yeah. So that's the contains part. Let's go ahead and make that return something. It'll return maybe I'll just return like empty array for that case. Okay, yeah, we'll just return empty array there. So I'm not checking the results. Okay, so this works. Why doesn't my other code work? If I do this. Ahaha! Do you guys see? Do you see why it's wrong? I see. Because I got another X here. Because I used copy and paste and I didn't update it. That's why. Hey, what do you know? It works now. Okay, so this looks pretty good. I mean, I could be a little more generous maybe. But I think that should still kill you. So, oh yeah, I took out the generosity. Okay, what is it? Maybe with 2 it's a little... So you'll live through this. I think I would have died there before, without the 2. Yeah, I think without the 2 there, I would have died at this point. Because it looks like they're overlapped. So, yeah, we'll leave it at a little bit of leeway. I mean, the point of games, right, is to not be super particular. Like, you want it to feel good, right? So yeah, I'm pretty confident with this now. So let's go ahead and like stop the simulation at this point. Let's see. Let's turn our bullet back on. Yeah. Okay. So now, our bullet's back on, and we can get hit by it, but nothing happens yet. So yeah, collision detection is done. So I should really have like a... Oops. So like what do we want to even call this? We want like a score at some point, and we want to be able to die when collision occurs, right? So let's go back to the code. And what do we want to do now? Let's see. Here's where so really you should have like a state machine for your game. We're trying to keep it really simple here, so maybe we really just have kind of 2 states, like you're playing or you're dead. And maybe when you're dead, you can hit spacebar to start over. That probably works. So, let's have a state object, and really let's define like an enum here. Game state. And the game states we want to have are playing and game over. Okay, so now we're just we're kind of starting in playing state, and if you hit game over, we're gonna do the game over state, and potentially, so really if I wanted to, I should do like a regular for loop here if I want to break out. Like you can imagine there's like multiple bullets flying around the screen, and I probably want to, if I had any logic in here, I would want to like break after that, but you can't break out of the for each loop, but that's fine. Because I'm going to handle the state change up in the update function. So let current state equals this dot state, and then if current state is not equal to this dot state, so the state is changed, and if the new state is the game over state, and a game over just happened. And then else if the state, oops, don't want to leave that, I have equals, if the game state dot playing, then we just started a new game. So I don't actually have a way to do that yet, but that's fine. So let's see, basically if this dot state, or no, if current state equals game state dot playing, then we're gonna have all the playing stuff, because we don't want to actually update any of this if you're in game over. Yeah, let's go ahead and add like the start new game function, just to call it here. And then we'll also add like a game over function. Like I have this. Okay. So, you know, let's see. So like start new game should put the player in the middle. Remove all bullets, and start spawning new bullets. Game over, and set state to play. Oh, something already set the state to play, so that's fine. Yeah, so if if current state is game state game over, then check if started new game. Like if spacebar down, then set state to playing, and that'll trigger it. Really, I should just call. Like, I don't really need to split up like that, but it's fine, I guess. Okay, but really, I wanted to handle game over now. So if you're in game over, if you just entered game over, then we're here, and we need to like put some text on the screen to tell you how bad of a player you are, right? So the simple way to do that, right, would be like this.add.text. We'll just put it at like the midpoint of our game. Well, the X, if we're doing it, yeah, so we'll start like, 50, and then halfway down on Y, or let's see, player buffer area, yeah. So player buffer area plus, 50 to get it in the middle-ish, or past the buffer on the left, and then player buffer Y, plus play area height divided by 2. That should put it in the middle. The text is "you lose," and do I need to do anything else? I probably should, but let's see what that looks like. Oh yeah, so the problem's I gotta dive. okay, so yeah, you lose, but that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad place. So for now, let's put this up in the start area just so we can see it easier. So we can position it. The Y is actually quite good. The X is pretty. If I'm not gonna have, it needs to be way bigger. So like, we want to add a text style. Let's check out the FPS text. What did they do? They did a color. Oh, that's why you can't see the FPS on screen anymore, is because the text was black. So the FPS counter should be back on screen. It's off the top though, but I'll leave it there. Okay, so this is like how you do a text style. It looks like, so we'll just copy that and go back over to our you lose and put this text style in. Color white, let's make it even bigger, like 54 pixels. How does that look? You lose. And then let's do like the set origin to 0.5. I think that should not put it where I thought it would. No, that makes sense though. And then we want to do the, because we want it centered, right? So then we'll do the play area width. Divided by 2, there we go. And we're making it later, so it'll be on top of everything. And it really should be bigger. How about like 150? Yeah, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Now you really know you lose. Let's see. You can probably put some more parameters in here. Font, style, bold. I'm just guessing. Yeah, that's pretty reasonable. And then below that, we want to have some instruction text on how to, you know, how to actually continue playing. Lose text will be that. We want this so we can position our other text. We'll do lose text.y plus lose text.height? Display height, that's what I want. Display height. And then we want to have like press spacebar to play again. And that would be much smaller, maybe the 54, and it doesn't need to be bold. How does that look? That was actually pretty good. That looks pretty good for the first time. And so, yeah, that looks great. So let's see, what else do we need to do? What else do we need to do while we're not having it hooked up to actually Game Over? I don't think we need to do anything else. So let's move this over to the Game Over function. And you know, we could go ahead and set up the new game function. Let's see, for the new game function, what do I need to change? I mean, I probably just need to reset the player X and Y and delete all the bullets and put a new bullet down. So let's go ahead and grab this. So there's that. Play area. We'll just copy this. I mean, there's better ways to do it, but no. Let's add this as a play area. Let's just not worry about it. Yeah, so this play area. Oh, you can't see what I'm doing, can you? Because you lose. No. Okay. Yeah, I was changing this play area. Okay. So now we'll copy this down here. And the bullets. Start X and Y, grab that. Okay, so that'll spawn our bullets. We also just want to reset the player's location. We'll just do like this player.reset. And we'll add the start X and start Y. Yeah, so then we can just have a reset function, X, Y, and this circle dot X equals X, this dot circle dot Y equals Y. Okay, so that'll let us reset the player object. So we're resetting our bullets, resetting our players. We also need to get rid of the game over text, right? Let's see. How do we want to do that? So the most sensible way is to just turn it into this. And then user 3, remove game object from scene. How do you destroy game? Oh, you just say .destroy? Yeah. Okay. So then we'll just say this .loseText.destroy, and the play again text will destroy, and fix this up, and then we just need to say the loseText and play again text. Oops, spelled that wrong. Okay. I think that's all that. And now we just need to hook up the space bar. So let's do space. I don't know if that's right. Can I just add space like that? Let me check the documentation. Looks like it should be all caps. Space. That'll work, right? I think it'll work. Then we can just say if this .keys .space .is down, right? Because that's how we were doing movements. Yeah. This .keys .space is down. Yeah, that should work. And this .state equals game state dot. So it probably just makes more sense to put yeah. So we're just gonna do it this way. So we're gonna call start new game there and move this to start new game. And then we're gonna call game over. We're gonna put this game over logic in here. That makes way more sense than tracking the current state. But I can leave the current state object there for that. Yeah, that should be good. Okay. I think the spacebar should work now. Let's see if it works. So I'm gonna move into the way of that thing. I can't die. Okay, so I lost. The arrow keys and WASD aren't doing anything. I'll hit spacebar, and you can see we're almost correct here. We've still got the last bullet from the previous game though, so that's easy to fix. Basically, before we clear out this bullet array, we should really do we'll just do like 4. We'll do another for each loop. And we'll just do bullet.destroy. Okay, so that should oh, missing my bracket there. And then there. Okay. Destroy does not exist to type bullet. Yes, that is correct. Because it's the circle that is getting destroyed. So, I mean, I should really have bullet dot circle dot destroy. That's pretty bad, but you know, we're just making a simple game here. So then we'll clear out the array, and then we'll push new ones. So that should all be good. And now what we can do is go run into the bullet. I missed. Okay. Then we hit spacebar, and you can see the old bullet is now gone. So that all worked as planned. Just as planned. Okay. So that's great. I would really like to call the start new game function as part of create. We'll worry about that later though. So yeah, so now you can die. It's starting to look more like a game. You can die when collision occurs now. So let's add a score. Maybe just time-based will be the simplest here. So let me drink some water. Always make sure to stay hydrated. Okay, so we want to add a score. So let's add a score object. Oops. Score. And yeah, I really want to call really want to call start new game from create. Then I can delete this stuff. Let's see. I should probably have this up here, or we're gonna crash. And I suspect it doesn't run right now because so that should be fine. That should all be fine. Player reset should be fine, but this stuff is bad. Let's put it like this. Okay. Now it's working. And we called start. Okay, so it looks good. So now we're calling start new game from the create function, which is good because that means we can just put logic in start new game, like we'll do this dot. Why was it all the way over there? This dot score is going to be 0 to start. And let's get that showing on screen. And then, just to make it super simple, right now you're going to get 1 point for every update loop. Kind of silly, but we don't want it to go up while you're in game over, so it'll go up while you're playing. And then we want to have the score show up on screen all the time. So I don't know that I really need an object for this. So we're just going to do this .add.text. Let's put it at the play area. Buffer X plus... Actually, should probably just make it up here. Score X equals the... I kind of want to have it... Like, I kind of want to have the score, like, right here. Oh, you can't see me pointing. I want to have the score... let's see my mouse? Yeah. So I want to have the score, like, up here. So that's going to be, like, buffer plus the width minus some amount. Or I can right justify it, and that'll get what I want. So let's do that. So score X is going to be buffer X plus the width. And score Y is going to be buffer Y. Simple enough. Score X, score Y. For now, let's just score as the text. And set the origin. What did I... Oh, it doesn't like that I didn't define score text. So, put it up here. Where did we go? There we go. So we'll set the origin to, I believe we want -1, -1. That might just do what we want. Let's see. So it's over there. It wasn't quite where I thought it would be. Oh yeah, it's not supposed to be negative. That's right. It's just supposed to be 1, 1. Okay. So now the score is where I want it. It's pretty tiny though. So let's copy from the you lose text the style. Definitely doesn't need to be that big, but maybe we want it nice and big. Probably not bold though. Okay. And so the score is really going to be like score colon and then like some number. Like, you know, okay. So that's good. Got that all set. Now we just need to update the score text. So that's easy enough. So let's go to updates, and whenever we change the score, let's update the score text. So score text.text equals score plus this.score. Piece of cake. And then where I set it to 0, yeah, let's in new game. I mean, that'll hit almost immediately. That's probably good enough, honestly. Great, so now my score's going up. And then if I hit the thing, I lose. You can see your score clearly. And you hit spacebar and it starts over at 0 again. Alright. Looking good. Actually, yeah, let's go ahead and update it again in start new game. Just for some consistency. So I added that to start a game here. So next, let's see. What do we want to do next? We added score. I should but your score, you don't get that many points, guys. It's not that easy to get points for me. So let's instead make it so the score only goes up after some amount of time, right? Because we don't want to let people who have higher refresh frame rate monitors get more points, because that would be pretty messed up. So the update function does give you time and delta. So I'm looking at what the time does here. So time is the current time, and the delta is the milliseconds since the last frame. So I probably want to let you get, maybe you'll get a point every 5 seconds or so, maybe. That seems reasonable, right? So let's see. Let's see here. It doesn't know what it is. It's a little annoying, because that means I need to go back to the documentation. So let's see. What am I looking at? Yeah, I guess I should just, let's do it that way. So let's have elapsed time as a variable. When you start a new game, we will have this dot elapsed time equals 0. And then while you're playing, let's have elapsed time plus equals delta. And then your score is going to be a function of the elapsed time. This dot elapsed time divided by 1,000 gets us seconds. So that would be the total number of seconds you've been playing. But I'm only going to let you have a point every 5 seconds. So that should be good enough to get us. But it's decimal, of course. So we don't need that. So let's make sure to round. Math.round. That should be much more reasonable. Is 5 seconds too long? Yeah, 5 seconds is way too long. Let's try 1 second. 1 second seems pretty good. And then, as more balls spawn, potentially I can make the time, or I can make there'll be like a multiplier. If there was a multiplier for more balls, maybe you'd be happy. So let's go ahead, change the comment back there to every 1 second. Okay, so we've got a score. We actually kind of almost have a game now, because we added a score. But we need more bullets, and they need to be somewhat random where they spawn. So let's see. So let's make a function called like spawn bullet. Spawn bullet. So what this is going to do is effectively what we were doing before. This is in start a game, yeah. So start a game will always spawn 1 bullet to start, and I was thinking maybe, so, looking at the map here, I think spawning around the edges would be pretty good. Spawning around the edges is probably what I want. So let's try that. So we kind of want to pick, so I think any X position in the play area is good. If we're doing at the top, so maybe I could decide first. I'll pick 1 to 4 which edge it will spawn on, and then I'll go from there. That might work. That's at least pretty simple. You'll have to stay away from the edges though. I mean, so really we should probably put in like a warning before bullet spawns. That way it doesn't spawn on top of you, because that would be pretty annoying. But that's fine. Probably the best way to do that would be have bullet be inactive, like yellow color, for X seconds or something. So that seems fine. So let's so the bullet, we need to pick the spawn location. So like, let's pick an edge first. Math that random. That returns the number between 0 and 1. So we'll do times 4 and round it. Because I think it's not inclusive. Yeah, so that should round to 0, no, 1, 2, or 3. I think that can be every edge. Let me just double check exactly what math.random does. In the range 0 to less than 1. So it includes 0, which means we could end up with 0 up to like 3.999999, which would get rounded down to 3, so that would be 0 to 3, which is exactly what we want. So if edge is 0, then that is going to be the top. How about if it's 0 or 1, that will be the top or the bottom. Top or bottom. And then if it's 2 or 3, that will be the left or right. Okay, so now, let's see, what do we want to do now? So yeah, here we want to pick an X randomly. So spawn X will be math that random times some number, probably our play area width, minus some buffer, because I don't need it spawning like, on the edge. So we'll do the width minus. Let's just make a new constant here. Spawn buffer is 20 seems reasonable. Yeah. It should be times 2 because, let's make it 10. 10 on each side. Is that enough? We'll do 20. 20 will be good. But then it'll be some on each side. So that gives us a random number between 0 and like the play area minus that. But then we want to do plus the play area buffer X plus the spawn buffer. So that'll give us the right X value. And then the Y value should just be depending on if it's the top or the bottom. So like the top, it should be the play area buffer Y plus the spawn buffer. That's if it's the top. I mean, I could probably make some funny math, but just keep it simple, right? Keep it simple, stupid is a good motto. So in this case, we'll do plus the play. Come on, autocomplete. Height minus the spawn buffer. Okay, so that should give us a pretty good spot. And then left and right, we'll basically do the same thing, but in this case, Y will be the play area height and the Y there. And in this case, X, if edge is 2 or 3, for X and width. Okay. So that should give us pretty good XY coordinates for where to spawn the bullet. Let's update that. We do need to know play area. Where did I have that? There we go. I deleted that from there because it wasn't being used. Okay. Then we need to randomize the direction. So, the easiest way to do that would be with a little math. Let's do... let's see. Maybe, the direction X, no, we need a random angle. Between, 0, and, math.2 pi, right? So that'll give us a random angle. Is that in... That's actual pi. That's not like radians or anything, right? So then, math.cosine... but that's expected radians. Right, but this is radians. Yeah. Okay. Math.cosine angle should be our Direction vector is going to be vector 2, with the x is the cosine, and the y is the sine. And I believe that's what we want. Let's see if it feels pretty random or not. Oh, I died. So, just refreshing the page a bunch here. I mean, it seems like we're getting pretty good randomness. I mean, it seems to be going in just about every direction, right? It seems pretty good. I like how I moved out of the way instinctually. Yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with this. I mean, there's gonna be bullets just bouncing around all over the place. So... I think that's good. Maybe it's a little janky, but I think it seems fine. Oh, and I'm gonna die! I'm gonna die! Help! No. Okay. So yeah. Now the bullets spawn randomly. The question is, when should we spawn more bullets? So more bullets should spawn somewhere, obviously. So currently we're spawning one in the new game, but we can put another spawn in our update loop. So let's spawn a new bullet here. Assuming you're not game over. You survived this round, but now we're gonna make it harder. I don't know what to think about that, but we're gonna spawn a bullet. So how often should we spawn a bullet? Maybe every like 3 seconds? Because 5 seconds felt like forever. So let's do 3,000 milliseconds. Every 3,000 milliseconds we will spawn a bullet to make it just a little bit harder. Where was that? That was in the update loop. So let's see. If elapsed time... how do I do the score? Divide by 1,000? Let's see. Okay, let's have a second. Let's have a second elapsed time that's like bullet spawn elapsed. Bullet spawn elapsed time. Let's start that at 0 and start new game. And then we will also increment that along with our regular elapsed time. And if your bullet spawn elapsed time is greater than the spawn bullet time, then we will spawn a bullet and subtract the spawn bullet time. So now they should spawn, they should start spawning. Oh my. Okay, let's see how long I can play. Okay, they seem to be spawning correctly. It's gonna start getting really crazy, isn't it? So I've been wondering if the bullets should collide with each other, but I don't know if the bullets need to collide with each other. Oh, I lost. I got 26 points. Let's try again. Alright. Come on, bullets. Okay, doing good so far. Ah, I got 26 again. How did that happen? All right, let's try again. All right, I'm gonna get 30 this time. If I don't get 30 this time, how about? I'm not gonna make any bets. I'm not really a betting person. I'm a winning person. Oh man. Oh man. 30. All right. So I think I've proved that at least it's a little fun at least. Yeah, this is great. This is great. Okay, let's put in this this warning before the bullet spawns. Let's see. So yeah, before the bullet spawns, I want to have a warning. So when the bullet first spawns, yeah. So, we're gonna pass in time and delta here to bullet update. Yeah, so I guess yeah, so time is always kind of tricky. At least water. Yeah, so time is always kind of tricky, right? So the update loop here is running basically full bore. Okay, so I don't want to pass in time. I kind of need time though. So instead of bullet movement, let's call this bullet update. Bullet update. So I really just want to have each bullet be in charge of its own stuff, right? Okay, now I've got time and delta there. Time and delta. Okay. So when we spawn a bullet, we want to say spawn time. Or elapsed time since spawn. And that starts at 0. And then we just bump the delta here. Bump it by delta. So really the movement should also be based on the delta. Right now I'm only doing it based on the number of times update is called, so it's going to be dependent on your frame rate. Which is always pretty annoying. Because that means, you know, if you play at a slower frame rate, the bullets will move slower. Or faster if you're faster, like 120 hertz. So that's pretty annoying. So to fix that, generally you want to move to like a fixed time step. But that doesn't change how we're gonna do this. Yeah, that doesn't change how we're gonna do this here. Actually, does time... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how Phaser... Phaser probably just does, Oh, let me search real quick. Let me search for, fixed time step stuff. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure about the fixed time step. Really, for a fixed time step, I would want to do it in the main loop. We'll assume at this level that the delta is always like 16 milliseconds or something like that. So let's not worry about that here. So if the elapsed time since the spawn is how long should we give you? How long should we give you to see it? Maybe just 2 seconds or so, something like that. So if elapsed time spawn is under 2 seconds, I'll make that a constant. Warning time equals 2000. So the warning time, if it's still warning time, basically do nothing. Otherwise, update the bullet position. So, let's have like a variable called active. Boolean? Yeah. So active will start at false, and let's have a second bullet color here, and that will be the what should it be? Yellow, maybe? Let's go with yellow. For our bullet warning color. So we'll start out at bullet warning color, and then if you're less than the warning time, nothing. And then if you're greater than the warning time, if you're not active, then we need to set it to active, and we need to change the color. Fill style. It's not just color, right? Because color is more fill color. There we go. Equals the bullet color. So now it'll be coming to kill you. Okay, so that seems to work. 2 seconds is probably a little too long, a little too generous. Let's go with 1 second. How does that look? You look up here? See it? Oh, I lost. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. I do want to make it so it doesn't kill you while it's yellow. So in the main scene, for collision detection, for each bullet, oh wow, this is bad. Here, we'll put this outside the loop, and then if bullet.active, and they overlap. That way, now it shouldn't kill you in this case. Well, it's gonna be really hard for me to test that actually. So let's make the bullet time like 10 seconds of warning time. That way I should be able to run over top of it, and it should kill me as soon as the 10 seconds runs out. Okay, that took a long time, but it worked. Okay, so let's put it back to 1 second. Now that we've tested that, yeah, let's play. So now that they pop up, you get a little bit of warning now. Maybe that makes it easier. I could try putting in an arrow or an arrow or something. It's still pretty hard for me. Oops. Let me use water. It's kind of hard for me to see. I mean, focusing on that yellow dot, like maybe the yellow dot needs to be bigger. It's probably fine though. Oh my goodness! It gets really hard. So yeah. Let's see. So now, I've done everything on the to-do list. This seems like reasonably fun for a little mini game. It's been 3 hours. So there is more we could add, but let's save that for another day. Yeah, I was thinking I could give you an ability, like maybe you know, while you're moving around, you could press if you press spacebar maybe, or I mean, I wouldn't want it to be the same button as new game, but maybe you could temporarily deflect the bullets, and then they would reflect off of you for, like, you know, 200 milliseconds within when you press the button. So that might be good. Woo! Let's see. I mean, I do need to fix the timestamp stuff, timestamp as well, but I'll save that for later too. Maybe I'll do that off stream. But yeah, let's go ahead and publish it. So we'll call it first iteration of game. Let me load up GitHub. Let me see, push to origin, and then let me log into Heroku. Heroku. Where is it? So I've hooked it up so I can push directly from my GitHub. So since I pushed to GitHub, I can deploy now. So there I click deploy, Let me grab the address of my game. So it's still deploying, but yeah, I think this turned out pretty good. Maybe I'll play again. I got 37. 37's pretty good. Play around locally while it deploys. So yeah, I think this turned out pretty good. I mean, I was a little nervous at the beginning, getting used to TypeScript, but I figured it out. I died. We're still building, so I wonder. I think I might have supposed to run a command first to pack the game distro. We'll see. We'll see if the deployment works or not. I'm curious if people think they can actually beat my scores here. No cheating, of course. If you just Photoshop it, I'll be really disappointed in you. $32. That's pretty decent. Okay, deployment finished. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you that it's running in production. So I'll paste in my address here, and look, here's the game. This time running in a place you can play. So let me dump it in the chat. There we are in the chat. So you can play the game right now. If you want to see if you can beat my score, let me know what you get. If you want, you can take a screenshot and send it on Twitter. Let's see. Ooh, dodge, dodge, dodge. Did I just get a good spawn this time? As soon as I say that. As soon as I say it, that happens. But yeah, 35 seems pretty decent. I think I got 36 before. But yeah. So that's pretty much what I had for today. Oh, my chat shows up. Yeah, it shows that my chat works. You can see the chat on screen. So that's good. Let me think. Was there anything else I wanted to do? I mean, this is pretty decent for a little, 3-hour game jam. I hope it was entertaining. I hope it was fun. I'll probably do something like this again. There are some things I want to add to this game. Like I said, I want to have a button you can press to deflect bullets temporarily, and then I was thinking also maybe there could be like a little hole in the arena, and if you deflect the bullets directly into it, maybe it could get rid of them. That could be a pretty interesting mechanic to make it a lot easier to survive by removing some of the bullets. So yeah, that's my idea so far. Do you have any ideas? Let me know. Let me know if you've got anything. You can me know on Twitter. But yeah, I think I'll go ahead and end the stream now. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you again. On Tuesday, I'm gonna try downloading the Scarlet Nexus demo on Xbox. So I plan to play that Tuesday night. Hopefully that works out. If the demo's not working for some reason, I'll probably play a different game. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later.